Hi everyone, how we doing? Hopefully the answer is good. Welcome to Micro Adventures. I'm Ellie, this is Josiah, and what we have for you today is booty and waist. So we're going to be working the glutes and the waistline. We are going to kick things off on one white spring, and we will begin in a giant kneeling crunch. So knees on your back platform, draw the carriage in towards you. You'll place your forearms on the carriage and find this kneeling forearm plank to start. So just go ahead and pause here for a moment. Slide the shoulders away from the ears, lengthen out through the spine, wrap your abs in and around you, right? And feel this spring tension engaging your abs right away. Now take a big inhale here. As you exhale, rounding through the spine, use your abs to start to round up. Think cat's back stretch. Nice job, Josiah. Inhale as you lengthen back out into that kneeling plank position. Again, exhale, squeeze the abs. From the squeeze of the abs, begin to draw the carriage in, rounding through the spine. Beautiful. And then lengthen right back out. So moving slowly and with control, and really squeeze your abs before you start the crunch. And move from the squeeze of your abs. Try not to move from the hip flexors or the shoulders or the neck. Good, nice tempo. If it helps, you can squeeze the inner thighs together. Sometimes that helps us get a little bit deeper into the core, right? Those inner thighs are connected to your abs. In 4, we're gonna find a little halfway hold. In 3, 2, rounding up through the spine, I want you to find a halfway crunch in. Inhale, I want you to slide back out an inch. Exhale, I want you to crunch, round up and in an inch. So slide back out an inch, crunch back up and in an inch. You have 15 seconds. Relax your neck, relax your jaw. We are going to have a seat. You've got super crunch with a twist. You have 4. You have 3. 2, have a seat on your back platform, heels to the carriage. We're gonna go super crunch with a twist. So we'll start through center. Hands behind the head or across the chest. Just go ahead and lengthen out through the legs, hinge back through the upper body. And then as you draw the knees in, you're gonna rotate. Opposite shoulder to knee. Come back through center, find that full lengthening out. Exhale as you twist to the other side. So we're gonna take this side to side. Super crunch with a twist. Your goal here is to feel this in your waistline, not your hip flexors. So if you're feeling the hip flexors, keep the knees bent, stop the movement in the legs. Really squeeze your glutes below you. That can help you to get out of the hips. And then I want you to focus on posture. So even though we're leaning back with length in the spine. The taller you can stretch out through the waistline, the more twist you are going to get to target your obliques here. Great job, Josiah. All right, friends, we're gonna hit one more thing on the core to open up this series, and then we're moving into some leg work. Let's go 10 seconds. We're going giant dancing bear. Hands to the carriage, feet to your back platform. Tell yourself something really nice. You're strong, you got this, you're capable. We're going giant dancing bear in 3, 2, and 1. So hands come to the carriage, feet tuck to your back platform. You're gonna find a giant plank position. Zip ankles, knees, and thighs together. Rotate the hips towards one side. Squeeze and draw those knees over your shoulder. Lengthen out center plank, hips swivel to square to the floor, and then open the hips over to the other side. Bend the knees, draw them in towards that shoulder. Feel the side of your waistline that is closest to the floor as you swivel the hips, really getting this side body crunch in this dancing bear. Beautiful job. If you step out of this move, no big deal, but I want you to get right back into it. I want you to keep pushing yourself to stay in this giant dancing bear 5 seconds longer than you think you can. Right? 1 breath longer than you think you can. Pick your hips up, lift through your core, push down through the palms of the hands, you got this. On deck, it is a curtsy, circle, floor lunge. You have 10 seconds. We're gonna take it to the front of the machine. Right foot will step to the left-hand side of your front platform, left toes to the carriage. In 3, 2, and 1, take it forward. Right foot plants on the outer edge of the front platform. Left toes will tuck to the carriage. So you've got this little bit of the swivel through the hips. You're gonna lower down into your curtsy floor lunge, right? This part we've done before. From here, stabilize your right knee. You're gonna draw your left knee in behind the right knee, squeeze through the inner thighs, pause here, drive through right heel, squeeze right glute, slowly lift up. Don't straighten out the right knee all the way, and then lower back down into your lunge. So this is a curtsy circle lunge. right? The back knee is gonna slide in, just like we would a Shiva kick, and then drive through the foot, slowly bring it up, lower it back down. So you are gonna feel your glute working like the first rep, okay? So focus in here, right? If the twist of the hips feels a little bit too twisted for you, a little slower side, go ahead and square your body away from the machine just a little bit more. Awesome, awesome job. Big drive through the heel. Really important to keep an eye on your right knee. Do not let it shift forward towards your toes. Good, nice tempo. Sorry, I was not hitting you. I was getting that mosquito. I saved you, saved you. Mosquitoes always like to get you and you can't do anything about it. You're like in the middle of doing something, your hands are busy, and then they just like swoop in and bite you and you can feel it happening, but you can't do anything. It's the worst. All right, in 4, let's hold this floor lunge. In 3, 2, bring it on down into your lunge, hold. We're just gonna go Shiva kicks. Left knee comes in behind right knee, slowly lengthen out. You've got 20 seconds in these Shiva kicks. Sit your right glute down and back. Love the depth in this lunge, Josiah, so good. Here's the deal. We're gonna change our springs. We go 1 red. We're gonna wrap the bungee around our right heel and we're going all out bungee kicks. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab your bungee, Josiah. I'll get your springs for you. Bungee wraps around the heel of your right foot. Come down onto all fours facing the back end of your machine. I like to walk my hands to the floor on either side of the monorail. Right heel is lifting straight up towards the sky. Good. Awesome. And rather than the arch of the foot today, we're going to try placing this a little closer to the heel. Good. Right there, Josiah. And push up through the heel. Bungee kicks. Hips and shoulders square to the floor. Lengthen out through the spine. Wrap your abs in and around you. Strong core. Good. Nice adjustment. Knee is right under the heel. The heel is lifting up, up, lowering down, down. So just bungee kicks. Listen, here's the deal. You're halfway through this already. You're just going to do these bungee kicks. We're standing up next. Focus in on your core. Lengthen out through the spine. In 4, take it to the top and hold. In 3, 2, up, hold. Tiny little pulse, tiny little pulse, tiny little pulse. Can you squeeze your heel in a little closer to your glute? Lift your leg just a little bit higher. Tiny pulses, tiny pulses. 10 seconds, we're gonna stand up. You've got sliding outer thigh squats. 1 foot on the front platform, 1 foot on the carriage. In 3, 2, 1, ditch your bungee. 1 foot on the front platform, 1 foot on the carriage. Send the carriage out a little bit, find some space between your feet. From here, as you sit down into a squat, you're gonna press the carriage out as far as you can. So really widen that squat. And as you lift out of the squat, you're gonna let the carriage drift back in to about hip distance apart. So as you sit into this squat, you're sliding the carriage out. Nice. And then as you come out of the squat, resisting the carriage back in. Seal down the outer edges of both feet. You're not gonna see this exercise again, so make sure you're working both legs evenly, right? And really sit your glutes back. You're trying to reach a chair behind you just a little bit out of the reach. Take a look at your knees. They should not be knocking in towards one another. Tiny little external rotation of those knees wide, targeting the upper outer corners of the glutes. So remember, our goal today, glutes and waistline, right? That's really what we're focused on. In 4, hold your squat. In 3, 2, bring it down, hold the squat. From here, we're just gonna go little knee flares, little knee flares. Try not to let the knees knock back in very much, just a little flare, little flare. And that flare is coming from the upper outer corners of your glutes. So the whole thigh is actually rotating out with that knee flare, not just the knee, it's the whole leg. You're here for 4, you're here for 3, 2, hold the flare of the knees wide, sit your glutes down an inch, drive through your heels, lift up an inch, down an inch, up an inch. Strong through the base of the seat. Really dig into your heels. Feel the space where your hamstring meets your glute. That's where you're lifting from. For 4, for 3, 2, go back to full range of motion. So sliding outer thigh squats. Let the carriage drift in as you come up. Sit down, press the carriage out. Find your furthest point out on the way out. You've got 15 seconds. We've got some glute bridges, some booty lifts up next. So head, neck, and shoulders on the carriage. Feet to the floor in front of your front platform. We're going glute bridges in 4, in 3, 2, and 1. Step your feet to the floor, have a seat on your front platform. Press the carriage out, lower head, neck, and shoulders comfortably onto your carriage, right? Feet planted beneath the knees, about hip distance apart. Drive through your heels, squeeze your glutes, lift up. Good. Gently lower the hips down. Maybe you tap the hips to your platform, lift up. Now this can be done with the feet on the floor or on top of the front platform. It might feel like too much resistance on the platform. So check in. If the resistance feels a little too heavy for you, what you can do is walk your feet forward. Good. Does that feel better for you, Josiah? Do you like it better with the feet on the platform?
What did they say? Half dozen, one or the other.
Okay, way to form an opinion here, buddy.
Doesn't mean much to me.
It doesn't make much of a difference either way. Okay. In 4, let's hold the hips up. In 3, 2, lift the hips up, hold. Light energetic squeeze of the inner thighs here. So the knees aren't flared out, they're not knocking in. Hold the inner thighs steady. Little tucks, little tucks. So you're rolling the hips under, squeezing through the abs, little booty squeezes, little squeeze, little squeeze. So think squeeze and release the glutes. Squeeze, release. Every little tuck of the hips, you're squeezing the glutes, driving through your heels. Focus in on squeezing a little tighter, a little tighter, a little tighter. Keep adding in that resistance. You're here for 4. You're here for 3. Back to full range in 2 and 1. Slowly lower the hips down with control. Use your abs. Squeeze the glutes, lift up. Okay. You've got 25 seconds to go here. Up next is going to be bungee kick left side. We're going to wrap the bungee around the heel of our left foot. I want you to try to make this transition super fast. You're so excited to get into bungee. I'm so excited for you. We're going to party in 10 seconds. That bungee goes around your left heel in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring it up. Bungee wraps around the heel of your left foot. Come down onto all fours.
I'm so excited.
He's so excited.
I'm ready to party.
Let's go. Bungee, party time. Heel to the sky. Kick it up. If you guys beat Josiah in this transition, that's amazing. Square, hips and shoulders to the floor, right? Now, I personally like my hands on the floor. If you feel any movement, any swaying in your lower back, then come down to your forearms. That's going to help support your lower back a little bit more, right? So forearms can come all the way down to the floor. Think 2 counts up, 2 counts down. I want you stretching out that bungee. 2 counts up, 2 counts down. This is our second to last leg exercise. Push yourself right here. Strong through your core. Your core is the unsung hero of this move, right?
That was a short party.
In 4, hold it up. In 3, 2, lift it up, hold. Little pulse, little pulse, little pulse, little pulse. Can you squeeze the heel in a little closer to your glute? Can you lift a little higher? Final 10 seconds here. We are going curtsy, circle, floor lunge. Change your springs. We're on 1 white spring in 5, in 4, in 3, 2, and 1. Stand up, turn around. You're going to come to the right-hand side of your machine. Left foot plants next to the front platform. Right toes tucked to the carriage. You're going to lower down into your curtsy lunge. We go 1 Shiva kick. Right knee in behind left knee. Pause. Slowly drive through left heel, lift up. So slide down into your curtsy floor lunge. Back knee slides in. Drive through left heel, slowly lift up. So you should be hitting this curtsy circle floor lunge on the other leg that you haven't worked yet. Okay, so that should be our left leg. Our left foot's on the right-hand side of the front platform. Our right toes are tucked to the carriage. Okay, if the twist in the waistline is a little bit too much, just start to sort of square hips and shoulders away from the machine a little bit more, and that will help. So you can really fine-tune this exercise just like you fine-tune everything else about this workout. Tap into your breath. Okay, this is the finisher on your leg series. I need you to show up here a little bit stronger than you have in any other leg exercise, right? You know you did this really strong on the first side. I need you to try to match that intensity on side 2. Nice job. We're going to go 15 seconds, and then we're hitting all-out Shiva kicks to finish out this left leg. Keep an eye on your left knee, right? Keep it stable right over the heel. In 4, hold your lunge. In 3, great job, Josiah. In 2, all the way down, hold. Let's go Shiva kicks. Back knee squeezes in, slowly back out. Think about the squeeze through the inner thighs. Length through the spine. You're hinging forward over that left thigh. You've got 19 seconds to go here. Teaser is on deck. Peek over your left shoulder. Your hands will come to your high handlebars. Left foot in front of right. We're going teaser, left oblique. In 5, in 4. You're amazing. In 3, 2, and 1. Hands to your high handlebars. Left foot steps in front of right. Teaser, left oblique. Oh, that was a nice transition, Josiah. Exactly how I pictured it. Good job. So sometimes it can be a little bit trickier to transition when you're tall on this little mini machine, but Josiah is 6 feet and just nailed that transition. Great job. In 4, let's hold it in halfway. In 3, 2, bring it in halfway and hold. Send the carriage out an inch, pike up and in an inch. Little out an inch, in an inch. You've got 10, 9, go back to full range in 4, 3, 2, back to full range. Keep your upper body locked in place. You're piking and lifting through left side waist. Think left hip lifting over your left shoulder. Stop before you lose attention in the core, send it right back out. You've got 10 seconds to go. Nighthawk is on deck. Left forearm to your front platform, knees or toes to your carriage. In 3, 2, Nighthawk on 1. Left forearm to the front platform. Find your side plank. So knees or toes up to you. We're going to float the top arm. Okay, we're going to float the top leg if we're on the knees. From here, we're going to thread the needle. Carriage slides in. Right knee will tap left knee as you lift through left side waist. And then unwind. Find your side plank. Float the arm. Float the leg. Good. Keep going here, Josiah. So if you're doing Nighthawk on the toes, I think it's a little bit safer to keep both feet on the carriage. And you'll thread the needle as the knees bend in. So you're doing like accordion with the legs, or you can think kind of like a side plank bear situation. A lot of moving parts here, right? So if this is too much, you just hold the side plank. If that's too much, you place both forearms on that front platform. You hold a twisted saw. You've got 10 seconds to go. Whatever you're doing, make it big, make it strong, slow and controlled. We're going up to those high handlebars. You've got teaser right side in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk the hands up to the high handlebars. Right foot steps in front of left. Toes are pointed towards your left shoulder. So right side waist is slightly angled towards the floor. You're piking through the right side. Good, lengthening back out. Look down at your front platform. Lock your chest over the platform. Push your thumbs forward and push down through the heels of your hands. Let's bring it in halfway and hold right here. Find that halfway point. Send the carriage out an inch, back in an inch. I want you to really get that squeeze and that crunch through the right side body. You're here for 4. You're here for 3. Back to full range in 2 and 1. Full range of motion. Soften the neck. Slide the shoulders away from your ears. You got this. Drive your right hip up and over the right shoulder. This is like a pike through the right side body, right? This is all about your waistline here. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Drive the hip over the shoulder. Less than 10 seconds. We're going Nighthawk. Right forearm to the front platform. Knees or toes to your carriage. Find your side plank in 3, 2, and 1. Nighthawk on 1. Right forearm comes down to the front platform carefully. Knees or toes to the carriage. If you're on the knees, float the arm. Float the leg. Big thread the needle as you crunch in through the carriage. Awesome. So Josiah's really demonstrating a perfect Nighthawk here. This is my preferred way of doing it. Make sure your right shoulder is stacked over your right elbow, right? You thread the needle as the carriage slides in, and as you pike and lift through the right oblique, knee will tap knee, and then stretch it out. Reach up through the fingertips, reach back through the right heel. So maybe you can really activate that leg here, pushing back through the heel, flexing the foot, finding some engagement, not only in the side of the glute to float the leg, but as you push back through the heel, getting the base of the booty as well. Okay, if it becomes too much at any point, you hold the side plank. If that's too much, we hold a twisted saw. Your finisher is on deck, friends, and it is a good one today. You're gonna meet me in a plank in 10 seconds. Hands to the front platform, toes to your carriage in 4, in 3, 2, and 1. Meet me in a plank. Hands to the front platform, toes to the carriage. Step your feet out hip distance apart or as wide as you can get them on the carriage. From here, bend the knees in underneath the hips. You're in a hovering bear tabletop hold. Now keep your core really steady. Feel your core in space. We're gonna go donkey kick. So we're gonna slowly lift the right heel up, bring the toes down. Drive up through the left heel, bring the toes down. Try to keep your torso perfectly still. So you are in a hovering tabletop. Option to do this on the knees, right? Hovering tabletop, keep the core steady, and you're doing these donkey kicks here. So hovering tabletop or regular tabletop, let's go. This is your final 20 seconds of your workout. So find that hover, hold strong through the core, no movement through the spine. You're kicking those heels up. Keep that 90-degree bend in the knee as the heel lifts. Great job, Josiah. Good. Draw those knees in just beneath the hips, maybe in a little closer. There it is. Let's go. Final 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. You are done. Whew. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Let it go. Good. One more time. Deep breath in here. Full breath out. Let's walk our hands in towards us. Let's go ahead and roll up to a seated position. Okay, turn to face us. I sincerely hope that your glutes and your waistline feel really worked right now. Let's take 2 deep breaths to seal in all that hard work. So inhale, circle sweep, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, deep breath in all the way up. Exhale, bring it down. Awesome, awesome work today. Please take some time stretching things out, and we will see you back again real soon.